Should Virat Kohli return to Test cricket? Shashi Tharoor's bold call. He's only 36, yet he's already watching Test cricket from the sidelines like a retired legend twice his age. That single line from Shashi Tharoor lit social media on fire this week, and it's forcing every Indian cricket fan to ask one uncomfortable question. Did Virat Kohli walk away from the red ball game far too soon? But here's where it gets controversial. Tharoor, the eloquent Congress MP and cricket romantic, didn't just drop a casual tweet. He launched a full-blown plea, arguing that Kohli's Test retirement in May 2025 was premature, and that India's recent 2-2 stalemate in England is living proof. Picture this: a brand-new captain in Shubman Gill, a dressing room bursting with raw talent, and a series that swung like a pendulum until the final session at the Oval. According to Tharoor, one missing ingredient, Kohli's snarling intensity, might have tipped the scales toward a historic away win. And this is the part most people miss. Tharoor's argument isn't built on nostalgia alone. He pointed to Joe Root, England's evergreen run machine, still grinding out centuries at 35. Kohli, only 2 years older, has already hung up his whites. Languishes in premature retirement, Tharoor wrote, a phrase that stings because it rings true. The numbers back him up. 123 tests, 9,230 runs, 30 hundreds, and that unforgettable 254, yet the ledger still feels incomplete. Let's zoom out for a second. When Kohli announced his Test farewell, the headlines called it the end of an era. But was it really an era's end, or simply a pause button pressed too early? Consider the context. India had just weathered a generational shift. The seniors were easing out, the youngsters were stepping in, and Kohli, never one to back down from a challenge, suddenly decided the mountain was too steep to climb. Critics whispered about workload, about family time, about preserving his limited overs greatness. Tharoor now asks, what if those critics were wrong? Imagine the fifth Test at the Oval replayed with Kohli at number 4. The scoreboard pressure, the verbal jousts with Anderson, the fist-pumping boundary that turns the dressing room vibe from tense to electric. We saw glimpses of that aura in 2018, when Kohli's 593 runs in England felt like a one-man rebellion against swing, seam, and history. We saw it again in 2021, when his Adelaide horror show was followed by a Brisbane masterpiece. Can anyone honestly say a player that combustible has nothing left to give? Now let's address the elephant in the room. Form. Yes, Kohli's last 2 years in Test whites featured more starts than finishes. Yes, the century drought stretched longer than fans cared to admit. But form is temporary. Aura is permanent. Tharoor's tweet storm insists that aura still matters, especially in a young squad learning to handle overseas turbulence. Controversy alert. Some ex-cricketers will argue that sentimental comebacks dilute legacy. They'll say, let the next generation breathe. Fair point. Until you remember that sport has always thrived on blurred lines between past and future. Think Michael Jordan's 1995 return, or Roger Federer's late career renaissance. Each time, the skeptics shouted too late, and each time, the athletes answered with moments that redefined greatness. So, is it truly too late for Kohli to pull on the whites again? Tharoor doesn't think so. His parting shot, Virat, the nation needs you, is equal parts rallying cry and guilt trip. And judging by the thousands of retweets and flame emojis, fans are ready to pack the stadium if Kohli so much as hints at a U-turn. Here's the provocative twist no one's saying out loud. What if Kohli's retirement was less about fatigue and more about control? By stepping away on his own terms, he preserved the narrative of an unbreakable competitor who never endured a messy decline. A comeback risks shattering that myth. Yet the same gamble could also crown him as the rare superstar who walked away and then walked back even stronger. Your turn. Should Virat Kohli answer Tharoor's call and chase one last English summer, or should he protect the perfect farewell he's already scripted? Drop your hot take below. Are you team #BringBackKingKohli or team let the past rest? Let the debate begin. Shashi Tharoor's apology after India's epic Test win against England. History was made at the Oval, And Shashi Tharoor's emotional journey from doubt to triumph captures the heart of cricket's unpredictable magic. But here's where it gets controversial. What does it mean when a seasoned analyst admits he was wrong? And how does that moment redefine the narrative of a historic win? Let's dive into the drama, the resilience, and the raw humanity behind India's unforgettable series-clinching victory over England. Congress MP Shashi Tharoor, known for his sharp insights and occasional skepticism, found himself humbled after India's nail-biting 6-run win in the 5th Test. The match, played at London's iconic Oval, wasn't just a Test series decider. It was a masterclass in grit, belief, and the power of a single bowler's unwavering focus. Tharoor took to X, formerly Twitter, to gush over the team's performance, calling the victory incredible and celebrating the spirit that turned the tide. Words fail me. What a win! Watch friends in Germany. Some past pride is. Watch friends in Germany. When it comes to the numbers, I am sorry that I expressed a spasm of doubt about the outcome yesterday. But Mohammed Siraj, the unsung hero of the day, wasn't just a bowler. He was a symbol of perseverance. With England needing just 35 runs to win, the pressure was suffocating. Yet Siraj, fueled by a personal ritual, he woke up, set a believe emoji wallpaper on his phone, and vowed to deliver for the nation. Unleashed a spell of bowling that left the opposition reeling. His 9-wicket haul, capped by a Yorker that bowled Gus Atkinson as the final ball of the match, wasn't just a tactical triumph. It was a psychological masterstroke. But let's not forget the context. India's attack was operating without their star pacer, Jasprit Bumrah. How did they adapt? Enter Prasidh Krishna, who stepped up with crucial wickets, and Siraj, who transformed the game with his relentless energy. Together, they dismantled England's lower order, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat in a finale that had fans on the edge of their seats. So here's a question to spark debate. Should analysts like Tharoor admit their doubts publicly, or does it risk undermining the team's confidence? And what does Siraj's believe wallpaper reveal about the mindset of athletes under pressure? Share your thoughts. Do you think doubt is a natural part of the process, or should we always project unwavering faith in our heroes? The comments are open, and we're all ears. Virat, the nation needs you. Shashi Tharoor misses Kohli in India versus England final Test match. Virat, the country is counting on you. Shashi Tharoor expresses his longing for Kohli during the final Test match between India and England. Throughout this series, I have found myself missing @IMV Kohli on several occasions, but my sense of his absence has never been as profound as it was during this particular Test match. His unwavering determination and fierce spirit, coupled with his motivating presence on the field, not to mention his exceptional batting prowess, could have potentially altered the match's outcome. Is it too late to reach out to him for support? Shashi Tharoor, August 3rd, 2025. Published August 4th, 2025, 9:43 IST. Follow us. Discussion points. Tharoor's heartfelt message highlights the significant impact Kohli has on the team. Could Kohli's presence have changed the dynamics of the match? What are your thoughts on the importance of key players in crucial games? Share your opinions in the comments.